Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Yeah. Well, this is a brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we're just gonna jump right in it. Last week's episode was a fun episode. You said what, Bree?
Huh? Oh yeah, last week was.
Last week was a fun episode.
I got compliments on my episode. That episode should be called the Sabrina episode.
You got yourself a fan, and me, I just got someone that dislikes me. I'm annoying, and I have a scattered brain.
And I'm intelligent.
No, but like when I was rewatching the episode, like I really rewatched that segment. I read the comment and I rewatched the segment. I would have thought like I was cutting you off or I didn't let you speak. Like you was able to know what I'm saying. Like you was able to speak your opinion on the on the topic that we was talking about. And I offered you to go first. She was like, no, John, since you like Kanye, you go first. I said my piece. Then you said your piece. And then, we did the next phase of it where we go like a low, like, the conversation piece where we go back and forth and we talk about like what we said previously. We had both our opening statements but I was looking back at it, I would have thought like, I didn't let you speak at all the way that person commented.
So I think people get it confused on this pod. This is another shitty opinion. It's basically our opinions. It's not facts. It's not factual. But I think Kanye has rubbed a lot of people wrong, Johnny. And so because of that, people's perception of him.
Nobody want to hear nothing in like a positive life at the moment. Yeah, I hear you.
Right, because I mean he's doing a lot of dumb stuff, and so I mean I get it, but it is still our opinions, and we love all our viewers, but it's still our opinion, and this is what the pod is basically based on. It's basically our opinions. We just giving our opinions, and yes, my opinion on Kanye is a firm one because again I think especially watching his documentary and seeing him go through some stuff and what type of mother he had. I expected more from Kanye than what we getting from him.
That documentary was dope that we did also cover, but yeah, that's how when I was reading the message like that comment, that's how I was like, damn, I really thought I overstepped and I didn't let you say your opinion when I was rewatching. I'm like, but damn, like Bree speaking clearly. I'm not even interrupting her. I'm letting her do her thing. The way you read that comment, you would have thought I was cutting you off every time you try to get like something on.
Oh, guys, John knows better than to cut me off. Johnny knows better than to cut me off. But I do, want to keep the comments in a positive light, guys.
That's fine. Like I told them.
But let's make this very clear. Me and Johnny has been friends for 13 years. He's more of like a brother to me. So let's keep the comments nice and
that's fine. It's all sometimes
the person viewed it. Get on my nerve. But
the person viewed it.
No, but
they appreciated you. Yeah, they appreciated you. We're both representatives of this show, so they appreciated you. It's no biggie. They still appreciated your take.
Let's still be respectful while we leaving the comments. But we love all our viewers. It's just me and Johnny is not gonna always see eye to eye, and that's our opinions, and that's the way we feel like it is. And
it's cool.
I mean, that's what makes the show. That's what makes the show great, guys. It's not that we agree on everything. We call it as it is, and we give our opinions with no regrets. It's our opinion. It's our opinion.
We give our opinions and we try to be as objective as we can on certain situations, not to let like no biases, and we just give like try to give our honest opinion on certain things. But like I said, you got praised. You was brilliant. No knocking you. So you take that in stride. You got a positive comment. Okay, co-hosts have to take one in the chest, but it's fine. You got positive comment. I got the the
He told me to go on, girl. I was like, okay.
That's what I said. So I was like reading it. I was like, oh no. at least he didn't shout on the show, and then he just didn't appreciate, I guess, whatever I did on the show when I was conversating on that segment. He didn't appreciate that, but other than that, he appreciated what you did and what you said. So it's still a positive overall for the show. It's still positive, and I had no issue with it. But I responded. I asked. I didn't get a response, but I asked what made me annoying, but I didn't get a response. So maybe one day I'll get the response to see what made them look at me and be like, damn, you was
well, Johnny, if they watch the show, they know that you are a Kanye fan and you always stick up for him. So that could be annoying,
Oh,
some people may say me sticking up for Beyonce may be annoying. You sticking up for Kanye may be a little annoying.
Oh, that's true,
but that's okay.
No, I'm saying, but but that's what I'm saying. But the person that commented was to tell me that, and then I'll be like, okay, that's something to take note of. Like, when I speak on Kanye, get a little more objectively. I know I'm a fan, but try to be a little more objective when I speak on it. But the person that commented never responded, so it's just like overall, it's just I don't know what I did. But it was a fun week. It was a fun episode last week. There was a lot of controversial stuff going on last week, and there's still a lot of controversial stuff going on. But what we're gonna start off hip hop. Akon made a stop at had just recently made a stop at a radio station where he stated that Canada is currently running hip hop. Do you agree or no?
I don't know what that means.
The way I see it is basically saying like Canadian artists is like at the front, like they're the ones that's bringing everything in. So basically, when it comes to hip hop, I think Drake is the biggest artist. So I guess Canada has that going for them. From Canada comes the biggest hip hop artist, which is Drake. Drake is the biggest artist currently. But other than that, Canada does have some other artists that are big and buzzing, but I don't think it's enough to say that they actually run hip hop. If it's off the strength of Drake being the biggest artist in hip hop, because he also mentioned The Weeknd, but I don't know if we considered The Weeknd into the hip hop category. I don't know, like his select genre. In my opinion, I don't know if he gets put in that category. But
isn't there another Canadian rapper?
Yeah, Tory Lanez.
Isn't Justin Bieber Canadian?
Justin Bieber's Canadian. Tory Lanez is Canadian. Nav is another artist. You said who?
Tory Lanez is from Brooklyn.
No, Tory Lanez is from Canada. You would have thought he was from New York, but he's from Canada.
His first video was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Tory Lanez is someone who's from Canada, but he just has one of his major influences is New York hip hop. But Tory Lanez is from Canada.
Right, so he's from Brooklyn. Plus, they could claim Tory Lanez when he's violent, but when he's rapping, he's from New York.
Oh, when he does the bullshit, they can claim him, but when he does
that bullshit,
shit, New York can claim him. That's what you're saying.
Basically,
look, Canada has had a nice wave of artists come over a couple of years, but I still think Atlanta has a big stronghold. And when it comes to like hip hop overall, I feel like a lot of the more popular artists come from Atlanta. Because you have the Young Thugs of the world, 21 Savage, Future, who else? The Migos, Lil Baby's a very popular artist.
We got Cardi B.
Oh well, New York is always gonna be New York. It's just as a collective. We're talking about like currently. We're not talking about like all time versus all time. If we go all time versus all time, it's still New York. New York is.
We got Cardi B.
That's true. No, that is true. But she's very popular, which is true. But I'm just saying, like, if I was to pick a region that's currently doing their thing, New York's in a much better place. You know, like I would say, like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, in hip hop space, I think New York is in a much better place than it was 5, 10 years ago. But I think Atlanta just had their, they've been doing their thing for a good portion of years. Oh shit, Gucci Man, Young Jeezy, yeah, they
You
Atlanta,
can't say Gucci Man because Gucci Man, you said we're not naming on people.
yeah, but he was very active these past 10 years. You know what I'm trying to say? Like compared to a lot of the bigger New
We
York
had Pop
artists.
Smoke, we had Nicki Minaj, we have French Montana,
That's
we
true.
have ASAP Rocky,
Mm-hmm.
we have
If you want to go current,
Cardi
you got
B.
Cardi B. You got Fabio. Fabio's New York as well.
Right.
I like the current rappers in New York. He's the more buzz. Like he has like the biggest buzz. Oh, and then you got the A Boogie, Don Q. You got the little TJs. You got this New York. New York is doing it. That's said. 5, 10 years ago, New York was in a different place 5, 10 years ago. But New York has had the resurgence. But I'm just talking about like currently, like hip hop. Like I'll give Atlanta the nod because they jumped the line. They worked their way up. They worked their way up and they've been
We
holding it
got
down.
Bobby Schmurder.
That's true. Bobby and Rowdy, yes, that is true. They're both from New York.
Right. You can't beat them. They're the best. I
But
love Bobby Schmurder.
no, that's what I'm saying. New York is. I want to say New York's making a resurgence. New York took a little break. Obviously, a lot of shit was going on. New York took a little break. Atlanta was able to climb to the top, but not to like discredit them. They did what they did. They had put out a whole bunch of artists. And I feel like there's still artists that I forgot to name or slipped my mind, but Atlanta's been doing it there. I feel like that's just the region that's been holding it down as like in terms of hip hop. Obviously, in terms of just overall artists, The Weeknd's one of the bigger artists in the world. Drake, one of the bigger artists in the world. But I'm just talking about like actual hip hop. Canada's doing their thing.
I just don't think
I don't think they run hip hop.
Because they got two rappers. Ooh. Listen, I think once you start putting titles like that on to how do I explain this? Once you start putting titles, you have to have proof to defend that title. You get what I'm saying? Like to say you're the best female rapper, you need to have proof that you're the best female rapper. Meaning your numbers, your sales, your sellout arenas have to match up to you saying you're the
albums
best,
gotta
right?
be got good albums. Like certain things gotta be
People
up to
gotta
par.
fuck with your shit. But I think that giving a title to a whole fucking country like Canada, yeah, you better have your numbers and you better have like proof that shit is real, because that's crazy.
Well, and the one thing that they do have going for them, we named some other Canadian artists that they have. But the one thing that they do have going for them is Drake is the biggest. He is the biggest hip hop star, even though he transcends it. But no, I'm saying that's a claim that can say
artist.
that's true. No, I'm saying that's true. That's what I said. That's why I disagreed with the statement. Is because Drake is, even though he's bigger than 98% of like the hip hop acts, if not all, that he's one artist. And when you go to the next hip hop artist, it's different. But like I said, I don't know if we can consider himself a hip hop artist because Akon named him as well. But I'm not sure I don't know if he's considered hip hop. I don't know if he's more pop and like another genre. I could be wrong, but I don't know his genre.
I thought he was R&B. Okay, but I mean,
that's so. You know what I'm saying?
If he's, don't even know what he is.
I'm saying, but if he's R&B, because it's R&B, hip hop has like it'll be hip hop and R&B. That's how it's been said. But I don't know. So I disagree with his statement. you seems like you disagree with his statement. Both disagree, but shout out to every region that's doing their thing musically, and continue to push forward and do what y'all do. But I just think Atlanta has been holding the title down for a few years now, and that's just my opinion on that. But with that being said, we're going to transition to something that's been a hot topic of conversation these past couple of days. Everyone seems to have their own opinion on it, and people just outside looking in because realistically, maybe it's more than what he said, but just for what the comments he said, everyone's going off the comments he said. We're talking about 50's oldest son, Marquise. Basically, he was on a live where he was talking to someone, that basically doing like a live interview, and he basically stated that that receiving $6,700 a month wasn't enough to basically live his life, to live the lifestyle he's living. So $6,700 a month for child support from 50 wasn't enough. And then he also said basically in that same sentence, if he's $1 million person, his child will be $1 million person. He's $1 billion person, his child will be $1 billion person. Do you think this is more of like a money thing, or just more of a they don't have the best relationship in the world, and it's been obviously documented in videos of 50's been spoken about how him and his oldest son don't have the best relationship? Think it's more of a money thing, or it's just inner things between a son and a father not having the best relationship?
We was talking, me and Devin was talking about this because I was saying to myself, $6,700 a month. Now think about it this way. Let me break down the math, right? You have $6,700 a month, which is not taxed money. It's not taxed. So don't take it's just straight up $6,700, right? Mm-hmm. His son is old enough to get a job, right? Let's say he's pulling in. I'll give a good number, $1,400 a month, right? He still lives with his mom. She's working, John, and she's pulling in, let's say, $1,500, right? Altogether, that money right there is almost $10,000 a month. With most people are not bringing that home.
Yes, that'll be considered tax with tax as close to $120K a year.
Right. So here's my thing. He's saying that his father has beef, right? And his father has this and this and that. I've looked up condo prices before because I've always wanted to live in a condo. Condo prices are around like $3,500. Even if he takes that $6,500 and let's just say get a condo with a doorman so that nobody could just run in and do anything to them, right? They have a doorman or like a security at the, what I'm talking about, like in Manhattan.
Yeah, like a luxury building. You live in a luxury building where it's now hard to get into the building. I know.
Right. $3,500. That still doesn't touch half of that. It touches half of the money that 50 gave them and still gives them enough money to live very comfortably, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. As long as you budget yourself correctly, that's still enough money to.
But even let's say if you don't budget yourself correctly, if you have a regular job that's paying you $1,300, $1,400, mm-hmm. Johnny, after taxes, again, that's your money. Your bills are already paid. That's your money. You're free to do whatever you want. The problem, I think, comes that he feels like 50 owes him something. And nobody owes you anything in this world. Even if you didn't ask to be here and that is your father, no one owes you anything. I think after you turn the age of 18.
Once you become an adult.
Right. Yes. No one owes you anything. At this point, he has done what he needed to do. And now you're the adult to take care of yourself. So to me personally, yes, him still giving $6,500 a month to me is a lot. But him going online complaining, And I think he was getting so much backlash from it, Johnny, that he went back online and was like, well, 6,500 ain't shit. I want to spend time with my father. Like, the switch up was just real, like, corny. Like, it just seemed like it's like, well, I'm getting a lot of backlash. Let me turn this around on him. And I don't think that's fair to 50. I don't think they've had the best relationships. And I do think 50 should try to fix that because no matter what, that's your child. But I don't see his point in saying 6,500. He can't survive with that in Manhattan or in New York. I think that's
I
bullshit.
don't even think they was living in New York at the time. I don't think with that money I think they was just living out of state. They wasn't living in New York. So it was probably in another state that's probably even
What do you mean? He's
probably
still
is
getting
better.
it.
You
He's
said
still
what?
getting the money. He's
No,
still getting the money.
I don't think he's still getting the money. I think that was just when he was under the age of 18. He's like in his 20s now, so he's probably doing his own thing now at this point. But he's just speaking about. I think he's just speaking on the history of him and his father and what his father was doing in his time all the way till he was 18. Because I don't know if you remember a few years back, 50 basically did like a countdown on social media. Basically, when his son was turning 18, he did like a social media countdown talking about is basically he was talking 50 was talking shit. Basically, it's a wrap now. Like once he turned 18, it's over. All that money that y'all was getting, you're not getting. He did like a whole countdown on social media.
Oh.
I don't remember what year his son turned 18, but whenever like the lead up to his son's birthday, 50 was legit doing that on social media. He did like a little countdown, basically saying like, oh, basically they wasn't get like a dime from him, like the child support wise. So obviously, at 18, child support runs out because at that point the child is an legal adult. So they got at that point they got to make their decision of what they're gonna do with their life, working wise, or how they're gonna get money is unknown. But yeah, this is unfortunate. But if that's I said, like you say, he switched it up today because obviously he got more backlash on it. Everyone didn't agree with his point. He switched it up and said if it was enough, tell basically, he says he'll give his father that to spend 24 hours with him. But that's why I said I don't know if it's the actual issue is the money or is just he just wanted legit to be with spend time with his father.
Yeah.
But it seemed like in that clip that he was talking, it was more of like the money issue. He had an issue with his father not giving more money because that was his son. That's just how it seemed. But again, I don't know. I don't know I don't know if the issue is actually the money or is the issues that they don't have the best relationship. So I don't know what's the main thing that's pushing this. Obviously, it's been well documented and stuff. Not 50 done said it and like stuff that's you see on social media or you go on YouTube. They don't have the best relationship. It's well known amongst everyone. But I'm just saying, I don't know if the real core to this issue is money or just the fact that he don't have the best relationship with his father. Does he want a relationship with his father? No, stuff along the lines of that. Is that that's his real agenda with it, or he really feels that his father didn't do enough financially for him and his mother?
At some point, you need to put that to the side and just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Just like,
unfortunate. Hopefully they work it out because at the end of the day, his father, son, like they're like.
I mean, he was in Get Rich or Die Trying.
Well, I was gonna say his son was in the Wankster video.
His son was on Get Rich or Die Trying.
Was it his actual son on Get Rich or Die Trying?
Nah, but
You know what I'm saying? I don't think his actual son was in that.
but 50 based that movie on his life, so
Yeah, but yeah,
even though his son name is Marcus, right?
Marquise.
And his name in the movie was Marquise.
So it was just it's the same thing. He kept it the same.
Love. Right, it's love.
But hopefully, maybe sometime in the near future, they are able to work whatever issues they have with each other, and they can move on from it. I think they both could use that. But
We're gonna pray for them.
that being said, we're gonna transition. So our president finally took a step in, on one of his campaign promises. He finally, he's been, there was a lot of promises during his campaign run, and a whole, there's been complaints that he hasn't been really living up to some of his campaign run, and now he has basically started his process of decriminalizing weed, and he said Biden is going to pardon everyone for federal offenses of simple marijuana possession. So anybody that's got like an offense with marijuana possession, Biden will pardon them federally. He'll offer for federal offenses. Think a right move, good move. What's your overall feel?
The only thing that pisses me off about that is that why are they waiting so long? If you already made weed legal, they should have been out of jail.
That's true. Like, but I guess just to give politicians benefit of the doubt. I guess you gotta give it some time. When you get in the office to like make moves, you gotta give it some time. But I think that's an excuse. I think you could have been making certain moves from day one, and so
I just
basically,
feel like I just feel like once you make the substance legal, right? I just feel like, why does it take you so long then to?
Yeah, but it's not legal in every state though. It's legal in the majority of states. It's not legal in every state.
It doesn't matter in New York. Why not? No, I'm pretty sure it's legal in most states.
No, that's what I said. No, I said I think it's legal in most states, but I said I don't think it's legal in every state. I feel like there's still states that they haven't decriminalized or legalized weed.
Okay, so the states that are legal, then it just need to set people free.
Yeah, that's only in jail for marijuana possession. Yes, they should be left free. Right. I agree. I think that's the next step. Start releasing them. Yeah.
But they should have been done that, Johnny, because weed has been legal for almost 2 years.
Yeah, I'm saying the process should have been jump started, but again, with politicians, they pick and choose what times to do certain things.
I think Biden knows that his time is closing in.
Can't say
niggas ain't trying to vote for him again.
He's getting to the middle year, this third year is gonna be like the start of the run. Who's gonna run against him? They're gonna start campaigning 2023. He's gonna be like the start of whoever's gonna run against him.
I think he knows that people do not want him to be president.
I think so too. I think I feel like he knows there's been a lot of people voted for him, expected a lot of things from him, and he hasn't really lived up to what people's expectations. And I think he knows that. But as all politicians know, when it comes close to election year or elections, you got to start making.
That's what I'm saying.
Certain moves where it's like, oh look, I did this. Look, I did it. Oh look, I'm doing this. Because that's what I said. That's why it probably took so long. It was something they probably sat on. It's like, oh, now we're getting closer and closer. I'm gonna do this now. Boom. Look, now I did it. Something else that he probably promised he's sitting on. He probably announced that a few months from now and be like, oh, look, boom. I said I was going to do this. Now I'm doing it because the election is coming up. He's in the middle of his term. It's getting closer to that. We're getting closer. we're much closer to the 2024 election than when he got elected. Because 2023 is right around the corner. January is right there. It's October, November, December. We got 3 months left in this year. After that, January 23rd. It'll be January 2023. And whoever's going to, I don't know at this point if it's going to be Trump or another Republican candidate, but whoever's going to be running against Biden will be starting. If they didn't start their campaign already, 2023 will be like the big push of the start of their campaign. And then 2024 we're gonna get right here, and then you'll get that election. We're legit 2 years away from we're legit in the middle. We're legit almost 2 years away from the actual election. We're 2 years away from 2024 election, and it's only a matter of time before we know who's gonna be the representative of the Republicans. Because obviously Biden's gonna be trying to get his second term. And it's just at the moment, it's a mystery who's going to be running and representing the Republicans. But again, I think this move is strictly political. I don't know if he really is one of those moves he actually has belief in. He's just doing it because of timing, and we're getting closer and closer to these elections and other stuff that's taking place.
Right.
But I think as long as he withholds his. As long as he does what he said he was going to do, I think more people will vote for him. But it's a simple fact that it doesn't look like he's been he's done certain things, but it doesn't look like he's been doing what was expected of him or what he ran on, and that's what the pushback is. Like, I say you're going to do this. You haven't done shit. But he's done a few things. I'm not gonna say he hasn't done shit, but he's done a few things. But he hasn't done the list that he gave as he was running for the campaign, nowhere near the whole list. But election time, we're 2 years away from that presidential election, but every November is still election time throughout the states. So this is like a whole bunch. This is the season where votes and all types of stuff happen. So that's why more moves would probably happen around this time.
Yeah.
But with that being said, now we're going to transition talking about the United States. The city of Portland has been, according to a study, has been ranked number 1 in food. So they say Portland basically has the best food. So Portland wears America's foodie city crown, according to Wallet Hub, which ranked 182 places in the U.S. on dining, quality, diversity, and affordability. Portland ranked high for diversity, accessibility, and quality, but lower on the affordability. But I guess that's how they weighed who was number 1. That's like that was their measurement. But according to this study, Portland is the number 1 city. And then following Portland, numbers 2 through 5 are Orlando, Miami, San Francisco, and Austin. So got 2 cities in Florida. 2 cities in Florida. So Florida looking like a good destination for food. You want to eat good, go to Florida. You got one city in California, and then you got a city in Texas. Which is interesting, I wonder what New York ranked on this list.
Like 28.
They probably gave New York a bad rank.
Which I don't understand, because New York is the most diverse when it comes to food.
True, but
you get what I'm saying? I wonder who sits and do this. Like, who sits around and basically makes these kind of lists? Let me know, Johnny, because this is stupid.
I guess they normally send people out and about, and they have people eat the food, go dine out.
But shouldn't you be an expert then for that?
It's a study. I'm pretty sure they had experts do it. I'm pretty sure they had like legit people go out and about.
I just feel like it's the dumbest thing ever.
I'm pretty. I wouldn't say dumb. No, I would say like there's enough for you to rank.
I'm just saying, to me, it's dumb. Unless you know, like, food and how food is supposed to taste and all this other stuff, then
But that was
how
their
can you?
measurements: affordability, diversity, and so you're
Like New
right.
York is the most affordable. Let me
Think
not
so? I
say
don't
that.
know. I don't know about New York being the best, most affordable. It's
For
dining
food,
quality,
Johnny.
diversity, and affordability.
For food, Johnny, though, I think it's affordable. Food wise, you think restaurants are expensive in New York?
New York ranked 18th.
Do you think? But that's my thing. Do you think New York is expensive? Food
Somewhat,
wise?
yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, you crazy.
I think so. Compared to other states, I think so.
We got Kennedy's, Johnny. We got BBQs. We got Applebee's. We
Yeah.
got
Quick thing, Bree. New York ranked third to last in affordability.
nah, that's a lie.
That's what they in the study. New York is 180. They did 182 cities. New York is 180 on the affordable. Nah, I'm telling you, bro. New York is expensive.
It's
We do.
not expensive to me. I don't. When I
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Chinese restaurants ain't even the same no more. Like Chinese restaurants is expensive now.
I don't eat Chinese food. I don't eat Chinese food.
I love me some Chinese food. Chinese food don't got expensive. Nah, yeah, New York's definitely expensive.
I don't eat Chinese food no more.
No, you know what it is to get some chicken wings and fries, some from Chinese restaurant. That shit cold. Ooh.
But Johnny, how much is that really? Legit. How much is that?
Now, how much you
Because
think that is? How much you think that is?
you live on, but that's not dining food, dumb. That's
That's just an
it's
example of food
takeout.
costing money. That's an
No,
example
but
of food
that's
costing
takeout.
money.
They talking about dine in. If you're doing a dine in restaurant, that of course it's gonna be kind of expensive. It's a dine in restaurant. That's stupid.
You can sit in a
They
Chinese
didn't
restaurant
say
and eat your
all.
food.
You cannot sit in no damn Chinese place and eat your food comfortably.
It's not about comfortable, but you can sit there and eat your food.
Johnny, why are you playing stupid? You cannot sit and eat your food in the. They did not go to no damn Chinese restaurant. I mean Chinese. Let me not say Chinese restaurant because there's Chinese restaurants. No, they didn't go to the Chino's little hut, and you know they didn't, Johnny. I don't think it's. I think it's affordable if you're going to these places where you have to dine in, leave tip. I don't think it's expensive. I think it's affordable. I think New York just has this bad rep, or whatever the case may be. But I think it's affordable, personally. Me.
Now I hear you, but like you said, dining quality, obviously. But I'm pretty sure there's more better quality Chinese restaurants. You know what I'm trying to say? Like not like the typical ones with me you're talking about. I'm pretty sure there's other ones where you could sit there. It's like an actual restaurant.
Okay. I mean, you're saying it's not affordable. I just don't feel like that. But okay. I just hate these people who makes the list because
But yeah, that's where New York is at. New York's 180 and affordability. Let me see. Let me tell you New York's ranking. Number
I don't
6. New York is number 6 in diversity, which is crazy.
see that's stupid.
I
That
think New York's the
list
more
is
diverse out of all of them.
that's how you know that list is fake.
San Francisco ranked number 1 in diversity. Access as well as diversity, accessibility, and quality.
They be lying on those shits. That's why I don't be believing any of that. I don't be believing none of that. They be lying to us, Johnny. How the fuck is San Francisco more diverse than New York when it comes to food?
I don't know, but that's how they base it. Now, if I ever visit Portland, that food better be rocking. If I ever visit Portland, that number 1, right? Go over there, it better be some shit when I eat that food. Better be some shit, man.
You want to visit Portland?
Yeah, they're number 1. They're the number 1 food place. I want to see what's up.
Johnny, if you don't get your ass out of here.
Yeah, you have no interest in that?
No. Where I do want to go is Baltimore, Maryland.
I don't know where they rank on that list.
Just for the crabs, though.
I'm scrolling down.
I just want to go for the. I don't care for their diverse food or anything. I just want to go for the crabs.
I'm pretty sure each city has their specialty where people go to that city for its specific thing,
Right.
Baltimore is ranked 85th.
Yeah, they lying on that list. They're some liars. They don't know shit.
But
I hate those lists though.
it was a fun list. It was a fun list.
It's not a fun list. That shit is stupid.
I'm intrigued. I want to go to Portland.
You ain't going to no damn Portland.
Not no time soon. Yeah, but now I want to go.
For food.
Yeah.
For fucking food.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's not.
Anybody that goes anywhere just for food, just because a list tells you they have the best food, that's stupid.
It's not. I want to try it now.
Okay. That's stupid.
If someone tells you, yo, come here, we have the best whatever it is in the world. We have
I'm gonna be laughing. I'm be like, nigga, I'm not going there for no food. I ain't going nowhere for no damn food. Fuck out of here. I live in New York. New York is the best place to go for food.
I'm going, man. I'm trying out the food, man. You gotta expand your horizons. Gotta try these foods. Okay. Gotta try these foods. But that being said, now we're going to transition. Something we've been waiting for years. Who knows? You have no anticipation for it? Oh, that's nice to know. But other people have much anticipation for it. And people's been hoping they'll eventually come out. For those who don't know what we're talking about a new Friday movie. But Ice Cube recently was just talking about it. Basically, he said he pitched 2 scripts to Universal. Hopefully, I'm getting the film company correct. Universal, but they basically turned him away. The 2 scripts, but he want to get the Friday. I think most people just want the sequel of Friday, and for it to also have Chris Tucker in it. People always wanted that sequel with Chris Tucker back in it. Because he didn't do Friday 2. He didn't do next Friday. He didn't do Friday after next.
And he's too old to do this Friday.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, he's too fucking old. They all too fucking old. I don't want to see these old ass. I don't want to see them freaking. I don't want to see them doing Friday. I think that I'm so tired of these remakes or continuation movies that after like 30 years they want to make a continuation movie. Like, Man,
I want a Friday movie.
John, it's been almost 20 something years.
That's fine.
Why are we doing a continuation? Why? This
Why
generation
not?
don't even know about Friday. This generation don't even give a fuck about Friday.
Yeah,
You can't depend.
generation. It's about the generation that watched Friday.
You can't keep going back to the generation that was 30 years ago. None of us, nobody gives a fuck about that shit, John.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
you acting like that whole generation that watched Friday is just evaporated from the earth. You acting
I
like we
didn't say it was
60,
evaporated.
70-year-old. We still here.
But nobody wants to see a Friday after Friday after Friday next. Like it's stupid.
We just want one last sequel. That's it. Just one last.
Think the time for one last sequel sailed. It left. It left the dock.
Not yet.
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. It has.
No, not yet.
30 something years. Everybody who watched Friday is in their 40s.
All right, that's not. I don't understand what's the issue. There's still a million people that's still in their 40s currently. I'm pretty sure, probably more than that, and there's still people that are still gonna see the movie.
I just think Friday is over with. I think we should say it was a good run when it was with us, but we have to let it go. It has sailed. It has left the dock. Ice Cube could come out with better movies now, and that's it. We just say that one was great when it was great, and then that's it. But I have a feeling he's gonna do a remake, and what happens if it's not what you thought it was gonna be? What happens if it's not good, Johnny? Then what? He done ruined the whole franchises of Friday because he wanted to fucking do a movie now. That's stupid. Just let shit go. Let shit be classic. That's the problem. That's the problem nowadays. Just let the shit be a classic. Hocus Pocus came out 2. That shit sucks.
I see. Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, you gotta watch it for yourself. I technically didn't like it, but again, we have to stop like recreating shit or continuing shit. Just let them be classic. Let them die a classic, and we continue to watch other bullshit that they putting out. But this shit is just crazy. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see Friday after Friday after Friday next. Like,
I think we deserve one last Friday.
But
one last Friday.
All right. When it sucks and it's bullshit, good luck. Because now that feeling of Friday is gonna die.
I just feel like it's just something that's always been wanted because Chris Tucker did the first one and he didn't do the next 2. So that sequel with him in it is just something that's been wanted by the fans overall these past years.
If you say so.
But I think a lot more people be disappointed if it turns out to be whack. But I don't know. I just feel like that. I don't think expectations wise, it would be. I think the expectations just be a little much different.
Okay, you say so. I'm not looking forward to it. I really don't care for it. I really don't. I'm not gonna be out here watching it. Sorry. That's just my truth. I'm not gonna be out here watching it.
That's true. No, everyone can watch what they want to watch, man. But I just feel like I'm just saying. I know there's a bunch of people that would like to see One Last Friday, and people will also like the Chris Tucker to be in that Friday movie as well. But maybe you'll get it. Maybe you won't. We shall see. Now,
I hope you don't.
Yeah, we're gonna transition back to New York. We mentioned New York briefly as we was talking about the list of foods and where New York ranked, but Mayor Adams has declared a state of emergency because ever since, with the whole immigration issues and whatnot, these southern states have been shipping immigrants out to these other states. So basically, in instead of saying, because obviously there's been a whole big disagreement of what to do with these immigrants that come in the country. So the southern states are basically saying, you know what? Yeah, big on this. Yeah, deal with this. Yeah, find something to do.
Right.
And they've been shipping these immigrants by by the
By the bus.
yeah, by the busload, just bus after bus, just shipping them out to sending them to Washington D.C. They sent them to Vice President Kamala Harris's home. They just been sending them everywhere. And now their Adams basically says they have basically nowhere to put them. They don't got the resources to take care of it. So that's what's leading them to declare the state of emergency. Do you think a state of emergency needed to be declared, or
Yeah, I do. I think they putting them. I think they putting them in not Coney Island, and what's that beach called in the Bronx?
the one in the Bronx? The fuck is this shit?
I live in the Bronx. What the fuck?
What's the name of that beach? I just name it. I forgot the name of that beach. I'm about to Google it, but I just forgot the name of the
No,
beach.
I'm gonna Google it because this is a damn shame. It's not Coney Island. Why Coney Island keep popping up in my head?
Cause no, that's the Bronx. Oh, Orchard.
All right.
Orchard.
They're gonna put them in Orchard Beach. They building like a little.
That's really what they're doing.
Yeah, if you, I heard some people talking about it. If you go to Orchard Beach, it's like there's all these people there that's coming off the buses. My only problem with that is that how did the Bronx take over all these misplaced?
Well, they just basically saying we're just gonna put them all in the Bronx.
Like, why the fuck would y'all put them in the Bronx? Why the fuck?
Well, they ain't putting them in Manhattan.
Of course not. But why the Bronx?
In Manhattan.
That shit is crazy to me. Let me say something. I don't feel like that's the right thing to do. We could have found a place for them somewhere where there's more land, more like, Orchard Beach right there is City Island. Right there is like houses and homes. Like, I don't think that was fair to them. It's gonna cause a lot of chaos. I just don't think it's smart to what they did. So personally, I just don't. I think there could have been a better way to do this or a better way to handle this. And so I don't know, Johnny. I don't know. In the next couple of months, I could see that getting really crazy, really, really crazy and out of hand. And plus, Orchard Beach gets really cold in the wintertime because
Yeah, I'm saying like they're
right
gonna
by
be
the
really right
water.
on the water.
So who's gonna provide these people with coats and stuff like that? Like,
Or
this is
screw coats, even though not screw coats. I'm just saying like the type of shit they're gonna build for them, is that gonna even be sustainable where it can sustain heat for them, like whatever they building to put them in. So
No.
like that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like,
but then they're gonna ask New York to then donate or to help out, and then New York is not even in a financial stability to do that type of shit. Like, this was not thought out of at all. And I listen. I think it's so stupid and so dumb how they went about this. Not only do you put those people's life in danger, but you inconvenience the whole Bronx and the people that live in by Orchard Beach. I personally think this was stupid, but I guess
that's the one space that they could pick currently. They just pick. Like I said, we both know that they wasn't gonna put them nowhere near Manhattan. They wasn't gonna find them nowhere near Manhattan. They was not gonna set up a ground for them to stay in Manhattan. That's the one part of the
But
city.
Brooklyn has a whole Navy base that's not being used. Why not put them over there? It's stupid. They purposely did that shit, and that's the shit that bothers me. They purposely put them there, and I don't have any problems with immigrants, and I don't have any problems with misplaced immigrants. I do think they should have the opportunity to, live here and stuff, but not the way they're doing it. It's just not a safe environment for them. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah, I
It's
just
just
feel
dumb.
like, we spoke briefly about it. It's just like, the basically the Republicans is putting pressure on the Democrats who are big on, that's big on, giving asylums and stuff like that. They basically putting pressure on them, like saying, "Yep, I've been talking a good game. Now we just going for whatever ones is in our state. We're not gonna lock them up. We're not gonna deport them. No, we're just gonna gather them up and give them a free trip to wherever state y'all claim to be, since y'all want to offer asylums, and then y'all deal with it."
Right.
So they basically putting, it's probably not the best way to handle it, but they putting the pressure on them. They basically saying like, "Yeah, I've been speaking this. Now you gotta do something. We're forcefully making y'all, now you gotta do something about it."
Right.
And if you, that's like for all the states that have claimed, "Oh, we're an asylum state. You come here, we'll hold you down." I wish them the best, but yeah, said that's what you're gonna do, so you gotta do it now. Now the pressure's
Right.
on. They're being shipped to you, so you don't even gotta worry about ICE or any of that being called. The southern state said, "No, we ain't gonna even do that. We're just gonna send them your way. Go deal with that." But again, I wish the best for these immigrants, because even with these political battles that be taking place, they'll be the ones that's mostly affected by it. So I wish them the best. I hope everything works out for them.
Right.
And hopefully these politicians stay true to their word and handle it to the best capabilities that they can.
Right.
But till then, New York has declared a state of emergency, but we shall see. We being New Yorkers, we'll see how this plays out in New York and see what politicians currently say. But now we are going to transition. We're gonna keep politics. Obviously spoke about him last week, but there's been hints. Ye again hinting that he might make another presidential run. With there was what was it, merchandise? I think it was hats that had 2024 on it, which caused speculation that he's basically hinting at a 2024 presidential run. Do you think do you think he's actually gonna try to run again, or he's just he's been in the news a lot lately. He's just going with what everything's just going with the flow with everything. He's just
Yes.
continuing to be a
Do I
talk.
think? Yes. Do I think he might run again? Yes. Do I think he's gonna do anything? No. Do I think he's gonna get elected? No. Do I think he's stupid for running? Yes. This is what people with money do. They do dumb shit, and he's been proven over and over time again that people with money do dumb shit. Kanye has money coming out his ass and his nose and his under armpits and all this shit, so he feels like he can run for president. He is not on that level to run for president. I'm sorry, he's just not. So with that being said, listen, I wish him nothing but the best of luck. I hope he wins. I hope he. I think
Well, I was gonna say
I
quick
think
question, Bree. I was gonna say quick question. Say like he actually is
I
the
take
one.
that back.
Well, I say he's the one that's going against head to head with Biden. Would you vote Biden or would you vote Kanye?
I'm voting Biden. I'd rather be with him. Listen, I don't think a person with mental issues right now who doesn't have a mental stability should be running for anything that deals with other people's lives. I think Kanye needs to sit down and refocus his life on what he needs to focus on. But I don't personally think I will vote for Kanye ever. That's my opinion. I think Kanye is Kanye, and I wish him nothing but the best. But I surely ain't voted for him, and I take that back. I do not want him to win. I just don't think he's in a place right now where he should win. But that's my opinion. A lot of people may vote for Kanye because, just like you, Johnny, they are in the cult of Kanye. So
I'm not in the cult with Kanye. Kanye's my guy, but I'm not in the cult.
y'all followed what Kanye says. Um, Y'all call him free thinker. Y'all basically praise the ground that he walks on. So hey, maybe you'll vote for him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do in your life, but I'm pretty sure if I gave you the same question, you would say you vote for Kanye, right?
So what?
Yeah. Say what? See, if I gave you the same question, you will vote for Kanye.
If the choice was between Kanye and Joe Biden,
Yeah.
it's not the in my honest opinion, not the best two choices. But if I had to really choose between them two, if I had to choose between them two, I'm definitely going the other way.
That's crazy. Okay, well.
It's not crazy. I'm just saying between those two, I already it is what it is. It's not we haven't had the best options these past couple of years. You know, from it hasn't been the best of options, but hey,
No, he
I
really
don't
said
think
he
I
would
don't
vote
I
for
don't think he's
Kanye.
gonna run though.
No, I don't think he's gonna run. I think he's on some other shit. I don't think he's gonna run.
Or he might potentially start to run, and then I think he'll back away from it. I don't think he's gonna run. But
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
I think, yeah,
I don't understand why we keep pushing the issue for him to run. Like,
I don't think anybody's pushing him. Maybe I want to say fans wise, maybe people in his circle probably are, but other than that, I don't think nobody's pushing him.
I mean, listen, no Kanye for 2024. I've seen that shit, and I'm like, why are we saying Kanye for 2024?
Well, he do got a big fan base.
It's not a fan base; it's a cult.
He has a good big fan base, and then he has his cult followers. Yes,
They're the same people. You one of them. It's fine. I get
I'm
it.
not one of them. No, I'm not.
You don't want nobody to bash you again on our comments. So you're not gonna admit it, but that's fine. I mean, like John, you don't call a spade what a spade is, and Kanye's been doing some spade shit. And so, I mean, at this point, I don't really want him to rule the fucking world. I don't. I don't think. I
He's
just
gotta
see
rule
the
the
minute.
world.
I feel like the minute he becomes president, we're gonna see missiles come out of America, and I because
I
he's a
don't think
free
he's ever gonna
thinker. He's
become
a
president,
poet.
Bree.
Even so, I don't even think we should toy with the idea of him becoming. I don't even think we should say Kanye for 2024. I think that's so stupid. Listen, he's too emotional. He's too just too much, and we don't need him as a president. I'd rather stick with Biden if that's the case. Should I'd rather go back to Trump if that's the fucking case. I do not listen. I do not want him running for president. I think this is stupid that we even talking about it. He said he's gonna run for president like 7 times already.
Yeah, no, that's why we're talking about, because he's hinting at it. He kind of started like before the 2020 elections hit. He kind of went on like his little campaign. It wasn't like the biggest
Which ruined his
campaign.
marriage.
He had the little rally where he started crying, and trying to say he had that.
It ruined his marriage.
Hey, it's between him and his.
Listen, if you vote for Kanye, don't talk to me. I mean, there was a lot of people who vote for Trump. I wasn't with it, but if you definitely vote for Kanye, don't talk to me.
No, I'm not voting for Kanye. I said if it came down to I had to make a decision between my only two choices.
You voting for Kanye?
I'm not voting for him.
You just said you was voting for him.
No, I said if it came down to
Biden, if it's between Biden and him, you're gonna vote for him. That's crazy to me.
No, I said that was my only two options. I had no other options. If I had to choose between two, yeah. It's just my lack of faith in the other one.
Okay.
That's all. This is my lack of faith in the other one. But I'm not voting for him. But see, I can't even vote. My shit, my voter status is like inactive. I have to like reactivate my voter status.
Because it don't seem like you're gonna be making it.
You said what?
I said good because it don't seem like you're gonna be making good choices. So
I try to I try to react to. They said my shit is that because I think when you register to vote, you gotta like vote every now like every couple of years you gotta do a vote. Like you gotta do like this, not the big elections, like the small elections, like because there's elections every year. And when I looked up my status, that I said inactive.
good because you are in no position to make anything like no position. But
I'm one person. My one vote ain't gonna impact anything. My one vote is not gonna impact nothing at all. I'm one person. My vote is not gonna impact anything. But I do gotta reactivate my voters. I gotta reactivate my voter status. I gotta, I gotta get more into, to the like voting with the like the smaller elections. I'm not even talking about like presidential elections because I feel like the smaller ones are more crucial, especially like voting for like councilmen, mayors and like stuff like that, city council, like mayors, stuff like that. I think that affects us more because that's like we live in the city, so we are directly affected. Versus like the president will do certain things, but I feel like certain things don't directly affect each state as it affects another state. Some might be more directed towards one state, while the others, that's just my opinion.
I get you.
But I still got to reactivate my voter status. But I don't think he's going. I don't know who's going to be who they're going to put up against Biden. The way it's looking like it's most likely going to be Trump again. It's probably going to be Trump versus Biden again in 2024. Even with the case that he's facing or whatnot, I think it's going to be Trump versus Biden. That's my opinion. I don't think any Republican has like whatever Trump had. I don't think any Republican has that currently going for them right now. Like that wave Trump has, I think that puts him in like the driver's seat if he chooses to run, or if they block him from running. I don't know because again he has pending things going on. He could be blocked from running, but like I said, I don't think Ye may be interested, but I don't think Ye is fully going to commit to running for president. That's just my opinion. But with that being said, now we are going to transition. So UC Berkeley is now going to offer a new course, and the course going to be based off Nicki Minaj. The course is it's called Nicki Minaj. It'll focus on Minaj's career with greater context of hip hop and feminism. She said, "This is what the professor said." She says she's still in the process of finalizing details, and the course will be offered in the spring of 2023. And Nicki, I guess, caught wind of it and said she would like to visit this course. When I hear about stuff like this, I feel like it's a cool idea. I feel like when they do like certain courses like this and do like studies of like certain hip hop art, damn, bang my knee, artists. I think it's a cool idea because I look at it as more of not like the just the fan aspect. It's just more of like the deeper stuff that go into being like these bigger artists, like the industry stuff, like stuff like that. As well as like courses in deal with things like that. I feel like it's a good idea. Not just like on some fan stuff, like, oh, we're just gonna do a course because we are fans. Just like, the inner details and get more in depth with the artist's career. You seem to disagree with me, so let's.
I think this is a waste of money. I think unless you're going into school for music, I don't see, and even then, I don't see what studying Nicki Minaj's course will get you because I mean, we all know how she got to the top. So I mean,
I don't even know what
this
that
point,
means. I don't even know what that
you know
means.
what it means. You know what it means. Um, don't
That's
act like you
crazy.
don't. Don't act like you don't. So with that being said, I don't understand what the course is gonna teach you. Is it gonna teach you like it's stupid? I just hate when they do this shit because it makes me mad.
Why?
Because nobody, unless you going for music or business music,
It's a hip hop course.
but why do we have to call it a Nicki Minaj course? That's dumb. I don't. I hate when they do that because again, the course doesn't teach a Nicki Minaj course doesn't teach you the business side of music. It's gonna teach you what she did to get to where she needed to be. Like that's dumb. That's
Hmm.
really dumb, and that's a waste of money. I don't really see programs like that lasting long. Personally, I don't see. We've heard over the last couple of years of programs being made off of rappers' names, and they don't last long. They don't usually do well because nobody's gonna take a class on how to be Nicki Minaj.
Hmm. I think you'd be surprised of how many people probably take that course. It's just like
It,
the way I can look at it, like, it's just like it's just picking the artist and it's just studying her impact on the culture, her being a woman. That's also something that's something they can look at, her being a woman and having a dominating run in a male dominated field. Obviously hip hop, is way more successful male artists. It's more, male dominated, and Nicki had a dominant run. So stuff like that you could look into and get in depth and break it down.
I don't think that's made for a course over 3 or 4 months. I think that's probably a couple of classes. Okay, fine, but a course, I don't think it. I don't.
I think
I
I
think
think it I think it could be a whole course.
I don't think it could be a whole course for 4 months to study what she's done. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I think it's a waste of time. Listen, I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of money. I just don't see the course really teaching you in depth of what you really need to do. The business side or the rapping side, they can't teach you how to be a rapper. That's a talent that you're born with.
True,
Right.
but
So unless they're gonna teach you how to be a ghostwriter.
I think there's many aspects in this that could be taught and it'll work out. And I think and those aspects could be touched on.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I don't see it.
Yeah, I guess this is one of the many, many things on this pod that we'll agree to disagree on.
I guess
But
so, because
with
I think
that being said, now we are going to transition to Mickey D's with the adult Happy Meal. I actually got one. The food ain't taste different, but supposedly those adult Happy Meal toys is going for some money. You can sell those, resell those, and you're going for a little change. So I definitely got one. I forgot where I put the little Happy Meal toy that came with it, somewhere in my room. But yeah, I got me a adult Happy Meal.
Are you gonna sell it?
Of course. Well, I gotta see what the value hits for. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not gonna just throw it on the website and try to sell it now. I'm gonna hold on to it, see if it's something popular now. I think I'm gonna try to collect all four of them. It's four different ones.
You're gonna order McDonald's 4 times?
Why not?
Oh,
Chicken nuggets and some fries, or you get a burger with it.
oh.
Hey.
I just hate that because Travis Scott's name is on it. It makes the value go up. It's a fucking burger that you can get off the menu in a box. Like I hate that shit. Like that shit irritates me.
Oh, it's not even about the food thing. To me, I see the toys are selling for money, so it's like fuck it. Why not me get?
But that's what I'm saying. Dorian gets all these fucking toys from his Happy Meal. They don't go for money, and that he collects so many of them that these shits should go for money.
And I agree with you. I feel like certain stuff should go for money, but apparently
Like the
this
Marvel thingy that he collected, the Marvels when he collected the whole immortal thingy, not immortals. Is it immortal?
no, the Mortals was the movie though.
Right, but there's toys for McDonald's that he got a long time ago that he collected all of them. That shit should go for money.
I agree with you, but I feel like certain things, certain releases.
The toys that we had with the Rugrats watch, that shit
Oh.
went for money.
Oh, I remember those. Those good times. I'm pretty sure if someone got that shit in good condition, I'm pretty sure that someone will
If
pay
Travis really wanted to do it, he should have done that. He should have done like the old school Happy Meal toys where if you get one of them rare, then you could upsell it. You get what I'm saying? Like one box may have a Rugrats watch. One box may have like the cups, the Mickey Mouse cups that they used to sell. You know how dope I would have ran to McDonald's. I would have been the first person online. But to use your own toys, like nobody gives I don't care for Travis Scott's toys.
I don't care for it, but if that shit gonna get me a little change for it, why not? Obviously, some people buying it because they're fans of him and they just want to be like, "Oh shit, look, I got this," because you know what I'm trying to say. But I heard people selling it and getting money for it, so that's why I was like, "Oh, let me get one."
I guess. I think it's stupid just because somebody puts their name on something. But hey, what do I know?
No, but I understand what you're saying, though. Like I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, obviously there's people that's just being fans and just getting it because of that. I heard, you know what I'm trying to say? Because at first when I heard about the Don't Happy Meal, I didn't even know it had anything to do with Travis Scott till after the fact. So I didn't even know that aspect. I just heard like, yo, Don't Happy Meal and people selling these toys for money. So I was like, oh really? A McDonald's store going for some little bit of change. Why not? Let me get my hands on one and try to sell it. Fuck it. Food still tastes the same. Still, nothing different. It's still the same McDonald's meal. You get the burger with the fries, or you get the 10-piece nuggets with the fries. Same shit.
Right.
But that was my thought process with it.
Yeah, I won't be buying that shit. So.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. But you know, if you're trying to get toys that might be turned up to some value, go right ahead and do that. But with that being said, this is a wrap on this brand new episode of Another Shade Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are out.